one of the verses that I used to hold on to when I was going through a lot. It is in Jeremiah chapter 30. And it's Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 12 and 13, and verse 17. So, verse 12 and 13 talks about how how the children of Israel, through their disobedience, have sustained wounds that are uncurable. And in verse 17, God comes back and he's like, but I'm going to heal you. I'm going to heal you of your uncurable wounds. One of the things that I held on to for a long time was uncurable wounds, because we never fully understand how deep our wounds go. And we always try to have all these things to fix us. That's why a lot of people turn to drugs, alcohol, sex, all these things. But one of the things that I have learned, God can heal the uncurable wounds. If we look at the woman with the issue with the blood, not a single doctor had been able to cure her. If we look at the lame man that was laying by the pool of Bethesda for 38 years, nobody had been able to help him get in. And whenever he did find help, the water, like somebody already gone in the pool before him. If we look in the situation of Naaman, God was able to cure him of something that nobody else was able to do. That's one of the things that that's been coming to mind for me, is that there are uncurable wounds that only God can heal. And there are uncurable wounds that we keep trying to seek healing from in other places, but we don't know that they're uncurable, because we see somebody else go through the same situation and they came out just fine. But you don't know how deep your wounds go. And that's the issue for a lot of people. So I wanted to jump on because this is something that's been on my mind. This is something that I've been going over. It's something that came up for me because I was talking to a friend and they mentioned how something that I said to them finally clicked for them. And it clicked in the sense that it now makes sense for them. It now makes sense why they couldn't move past certain things. But that's because they were seeking healing in man. And with me, when I was going through, trying to come out of anxiety, trying to come out of a lot of these things that I was dealing with, something that kept coming up for me was every single time I would try to go lean on somebody or I would try to seek help, God would come back and he'd be like, just walk through this with me. And I'm grateful that he did, because that lets me know that the wounds and the scars that I had, they couldn't have been healed by anybody else but God. Only God could have completed my healing. Nobody else in this world would have been able to do for me what he did for me. And that's big, because my scars ran deep. My wounds ran deep. And it was only the hand of God that could have brought me out of that. I will not sit here I will not sit here to believe that anything or anyone else could have brought me out of that but him. So I wanted to share the word with somebody. Whatever your scars look like, whatever your wounds look like, however deep they are, recognize that some wounds, some scars can only be healed by God. Only He has the power to bring the healing that you desire. Only He has the strength. Only He has the knowledge. Only He has the understanding. Only He has the wisdom to bring you the healing that you're looking for. How foolish of us to have a Father that says, "Come to me, all ye who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And then we don't go to Him. How foolish of us to have a Father that says, "I will not cast away anyone that comes to me." And yet we say, "Well, my scars are too deep. I can't go to Him." How foolish of us. And in Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 12 and 13, He says, "Your wounds are unhealable." But He comes back around in verse 17 to say, "But I will heal you." Do you know the magnitude of that? Like, do you understand the magnitude of that? Our God is telling us that what we have, what we've been through, what we've experienced, our pain, our scars, our wounds, our everything, only He has the ability, only He has the power, only He has the knowledge to be able to heal them. And yet, we're not going to Him with it. That's foolishness. That's hedonism, because you're seeking self-pleasure. You're healing in other things that does not glorify who your Father is. When something is broken and you have a warranty on it, you don't just take it anywhere. You take it back to the original manufacturer. So go back to your manufacturer. Go back to the one who threw the sun and the stars and the moon in the sky, and He called them good. Go back to the one who had the knowledge and the understanding, the wisdom to be able to throw different things into this world to bring you out. There is there are certain scars that only He can reach. There are certain scars that only He knows how to touch. Whatever that looks like for you, give it to Him. I hope this blessed you. Give it to Him.